Just listen. Run around since like I was a kid. I didn't know. Name Dropper Podcast, best podcast in the world. Hold up. What? What? Here we go. Yo, yo. What's up, buddy? Can you hear me? What's up, Matt?
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I just came from chairing the a meeting.
Yeah, how was that? You got your own home group, right?
Yeah.
How'd that
It was
go?
I had like a moderate turnout and we talked about integrity.
Integrity?
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's pretty important, right?
It really is, man. I just got back from McCormick Place yesterday. They had a huge NA event, which was pretty nice. There was like tons of different meetings through there was like tons of rooms with different meetings and stuff like that. It was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, the McCormick place in Chicago.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
have you ever been down there? It's
yeah,
nice.
it's massive.
It's so massive, dude.
Yeah.
But thanks for being on, bro. Um, I was gonna try and get out on as many people as I could, all the guys from Gateway, all the guys, whoever wants to come on, they can come on, and I definitely wanted you on, man, because when we were in Gateway, you definitely seemed to have the most knowledge there about AA and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I tried to spread the knowledge as much as I could, you know.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. What can you tell us a little about it? I mean, you don't have to go into details about you coming back in and all that, but or give a little knowledge about the people who want to get sober, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm part of a 12-step organization and we go off of a 12-step principle basis, you know. You work the 12 steps of recovery. You go to meetings. Um, we work out of a book. Um, yeah, I mean, my journey, this one has been a very like spiritual journey for me personally.
Yeah.
Um, I've been growing a lot, like growing with God, and like it's helping so much. Like, dude, even tonight, I went to two meetings tonight. I usually go to a 5:30, and then I chair a 7:30. So I stick around at the club and then chair the 7:30. And during my 5:30 meeting tonight, dude, I started thinking about drinking and I like fancied with the idea that I'm like, how can I sneak it? How can I hide it? Like I was
Really,
making plans in my head, dude,
dude.
and it's crazy, man.
You still get those ideas up there, huh?
Yeah, man, it's why I call it the predator in our brain because that's
Yeah.
really what it is. It's a predator who lives inside there and it wants us to get in this weakened state and it's gonna hop on us and try to get us to use, whatever substance that may be.
Oh, I know. I know, definitely. Hey, can you turn your volume up a little bit? I can really hear you.
Uh my volume.
Just a little bit. Or is it my
Uh
volume?
I don't know.
Uh-oh, he went mute on us. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Matt. Can you hear me, Matt, or no? Can you hear me? Matt? Bro, hey, can you hear me?
Can I speak now?
Okay, okay, yeah, I can hear you now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, we're good, we're good, we're good. We could,
I'm sorry about that,
I
man.
could edit that out too. But where were we? Integrity, man. I think this program comes a lot down to honesty too. Um, as they say, service, community, sobriety, but also honesty, like it's hard admitting sometimes to the people in the meetings, what you're thinking about, you know. Like I'm sure it was hard for you to admit like that you were thinking about wanting to drink, right?
Um, I've been around the program enough where it's so easy for no. I told on myself right away. The people who were lingering after the 5:30, I was like, yo, I was a whole meeting. I was just thinking about drinking and not the whole meeting. I should say like the end half of that meeting.
Yeah.
Um, it happens, man. We have a disease,
Yes.
man.
Yeah. I was like, I went around the McCormick place the other day and I was interviewing people and literally like almost all of them said, call someone, call someone, call someone, call someone if you get that urge. Because like the community part about this whole thing is just I think the most important part, you know, being able to call someone and talk to them about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, keeping connection to not only a sponsor but like other sober people is like critical.
You still got your sponsor and everything?
Oh yeah, I just talked to him before I got on this call with you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Do you still talk to anyone at Gateway or
Not really, man. Not really.
that's all right. I mean, you know, there was there's some unique characters at Gateway. Um,
Yeah, that's how all rehabs are, man. You got
yeah,
people
that's the truth.
all different walks of life and all different positions in their recovery journey. Some people aren't ready, some people are.
Yeah, exactly. And man, I was talking to Mike. I had a podcast with Mike the other day too, and you know, I talked to a couple guys that we went to Gateway with that were struggling and ended up you know I don't want to throw any names out there, but that's not the point is that it's powerful and you need to call people and you need to fucking stay in contact with people and for it could get you at any minute. That's why you need to have your phone by you and be able to call whoever, you know?
Yeah, as much as I agree with that, I also think it's definitely turning your life and your will over to like a higher power. Um, like this is I can only speak from my own experience, but having that conscious contact and trying to constantly grow and understand your higher power. Like I mean, the very first thing I did before I told myself about thinking about drinking, and then before my 7:30 meeting started, I tossed out a prayer. You know, I just said, you know, God, please remove this from me. And you know what happened? The thoughts got removed from me, dude. You know, I said, I need to be of use right now, God. I don't want to be thinking about drinking. I need to be of use. And
Nice. Yeah. God's so important, dude. I remember we had a lot of talks about God when we were in Gateway. Man, God is so important. And I have been lacking too, man. Like it's so easy to forget to not pray at night and in the morning when it only takes not that much time. And honestly, like I really need to step my game with that part of it because such a huge part of sobriety is God. Because I do believe in God. I'm going to church tomorrow, by the way, but I'm saying like I do believe in God. I do believe in a high power, and it's such a huge part of my sobriety. I know it's a part of your sobriety, but some people, you know, it, they take it a different way, but I don't know. I think that's the only way to stay, the course, right? To stay sober.
yeah, I mean, I was just talking about this the other day with my sponsor as well. Like, just how, like, in that first step, you know, it talks about how we're powerless over alcohol, meaning I alone am powerless over the first drink. So, unless I have something that's bigger than myself helping me, I will always and I forever am powerless over the first drink. So if I'm not constantly again keeping that contact, yeah, it's gonna go bad.
That's what my brain. Uh, how's everything else going though, man? Are you just sticking with the AA program or what? What's life like on the outside?
Life's good, man. You know, I'm back home. I'm still living with my parents, so you know, I'm here at home, and I actually just quit my job that I had working with you know, autistic children,
Hmm.
and it just wasn't working out. So um, I had to split ways with them. But I mean, the amazing thing was the miracle of it all was even in that day, I didn't want to drink over it, you know, and that's a miracle right there. Because innately we want to drink or drug over everything. So
Always find an
um,
excuse.
always find an excuse, yeah, man. And a big excuse would be quitting a job, you know.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, but I did all the right stuff, you know. Like I called my sponsor, I talked about it in a meeting. But back to like life, yeah. I mean, I'm in a good place, man. You know, I'm going to therapy. I have a psychiatrist.
There you go.
Um, you know, I'm going to meetings. I'm sticking to the program. Like I don't want to mess this up because at the end of the day, it's our life on the line, you know.
Yeah. And we talked about that. Remember fucking the life or death situation um meeting we had at Gateway? Man, where I cracked down, I was like, everyone's fucking treating this like a clown show. I was like, dude, this is life or fucking death. Like, I know a handful of people here who literally it's life or death. So you guys better start treating this serious, or when you get out there, I mean, I wish you guys the best of luck, but you think it's like a big joke. You, if you don't take, dude, you gotta want it yourself. You know what I mean? You have to want it yourself at the end of the day. And some people just don't.
Yeah, and it's sad. We pray for people like that, brother. You know, like the the alcoholic or drug addict who's still sick and suffering. You know, I don't pass judgment upon those people. I pray for them.
Yeah.
And like you said, like they're not ready.
there's three big things that you need to have to be ready. That's honesty, open mindedness, and willingness. If you're
Mhm.
lacking in any of those things, then yeah, you're not ready.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it took me a long time to admit the first step too. I'm just I got a new sponsor, so we redid all the steps. So I just finished step one, which was I mean that's fucking hard, it really
Mhm.
is, but you know yeah, I mean I have been going to meetings though. I will say that. I will say that I haven't been lacking on meetings. I've been going to meetings. I went on Christmas. You know what I mean? I went on Christmas. I went on New Year's Eve. I mean, there's not a day, holiday that could stop me from going to a meeting because I know it's gonna help me. You know what I mean?
Dude, ever since I got home from rehab on November 18th, I have not missed a meeting since November 18th. I go 7 days a week.
That's awesome. How many days you got sober?
How many days right now? I don't know. I just got my 2 month on what was that? December 29th was my 2 months. So I'm coming
Awesome.
up on, at the end of the month I'll have 3 months, but God willing.
There you go.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I got 83 days. So
83
I'm
days, man.
yes, sir. I'm gonna be getting that 90-day chip pretty soon.
Yeah, people who don't understand this disease will be like, "Oh, 83 days, it's not that big of a deal." But
It's
if you
not shit.
struggle with
Yeah,
this kind of yeah, it's a big deal, dude.
it's a huge deal, dude. You know what I mean? Even on New Year's Eve, I made a video about it. Like, fuck, I want to go out. Fuck. And I'm calling everyone, and I'm like, you know what? Fucking motherfucker, I want to go out. But I didn't end up going out. I just working on my house right now. I just got a green screen. Um, I really want to start getting into this podcast stuff as like, I don't know, kind of hobby at first. Maybe make some music with it. You could make music with the stuff too, but and then I start work Monday. So everything's going pretty good on my end, you know.
That's great to hear. I'm happy, dude.
How about you, man? Are you just focusing on yourself right now, or you gonna get back out there work wise?
Oh, no, yeah, I definitely need work, Unfortunately, you need money to survive in this world, so
How it is?
uh I had a phone interview that day. Dude, this is how God works, bro. I have been applying for jobs, was praying about it and stuff. I knew that my job there was coming to a close. Some stuff happened. It was just Friday. It was just yesterday. And some stuff happened. And that morning, I got contacted by um, a job who uses the same acronym as the company I worked for, and they wanted a phone interview at 4:15 that end of day. I didn't even know I was going to quit yesterday, and they contacted me and said we want to do a phone interview with you. I mean, it's just so funny how God works, bro.
It really is, man. I I'm so thankful for God, man. I'm gonna go to church tomorrow, and you just feel way better leaving church. At least I do.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's about gratitude, and again, I say all this and it's not like I'm perfect, bro. Like I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. The only person who's perfect is my higher power.
Yeah,
Um, but there's a stupid saying, I hate the saying, but I've gotten so used to it that like it's kind of become a part of my life, but an attitude of gratitude. And like it's really, it's being grateful.
yeah, yeah. I wake up in my journal every morning. I write my journal, and then on the right hand side, I write what I'm grateful for. Grateful, dude. The grateful part about it is just it makes you it's oh man it's it's huge. It is huge. I'm glad you brought that up. Being grateful is fucking amazing too, because you could, you know, you could be one of these people coming across the country right now and have nothing, but you know, I have a house, I have water, I have food, I have a podcast thing, I have a pretty decent support system. You know, I have people I could call. I have I have friends. I mean, there's so many things I could look at that I'm grateful for instead of looking it's it's perspective is what it is. You know what I mean? Or I could look at it like, oh man, you know, I I'm 29 years old, I ain't got shit, blah blah blah. That's no good. You gotta look forward, you know what I mean? Instead of looking behind, you gotta look forward. But you look behind just to see your past mistakes, but keep moving forward, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely, it does, dude. Yeah, yeah. Moving forward, always, man. Just growing in any way we can. Another thing I like about that program I'm part of is like it's first, you know, uh, get your sobriety, and then it's like, how can we change who you are as a person? Because we have character defects, man, and like it's about learning how to get those contained so we can just be the best we can be at all times. And that's what I love about the program, man. It's like it's about sobriety, but it's also about not being an asshole. you know
Yeah, exactly. People go to church and then they're still fucking acting like assholes on the street, you know. It's like that's not how that works, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna get up to heaven and God's gonna be like, really? Like you treat people like this on the outside, but you think you could just go to church and I'm gonna cleanse it all away? No, you should act how God, you should act that God's looking at you 24/7. That's how you should act in my eyes, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I partly agree with that. My program tells me to live differently than I lived. I go by
Yeah.
the program.
Yeah, you're big on that. You're big on the book. I gotta still read the book. Um, getting there though. I got what is it? 164 pages, right?
The first 164 pages, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I got some I just finished Bill's story, so I had to write a thing for my I don't know if I mentioned already for my sponsor and write how my story is related to Bill's story. So I mean I've skimmed through the AA book, but you know I want to really actually read it this time. So I just finished Bill's story. I'm gonna read tonight too and just keep going. I want to finish that. I want to finish it because every speaker that came through Gateway said that everything we need to know and learn about this program is in that book, right?
And it is true. It is true. Um, I work out of the book, and my sponsor works out of the book. If I ever have any doubts or questions, that's the book we return to.
Well, all right, well, hey, man, you're the man. Stay in contact with me, all right?
Yeah, will do, man.
Seriously, dude. I would love to go to a meeting with you. Um, or you can come down. We could do whatever, man. I can come down to you. You can come down to me. Well, we should all go to a meeting. We should get. You're in the group Gateway group chat, right?
Yeah, yeah, I am.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna text you. We'll hit a meeting on the outside, and I'll continue to text you and message you. And I appreciate you doing this, dude.
Yeah, of course, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, have a good night, man.
All right, man. Name Driver Podcast. Signing out.
Peace.
Peace. Good dude, man. Good dude. He's really on the. Uh, Bible side of things and the God concept of it, which is huge, huge. You know, I think that's a huge part of what this is. Believing in God. You know, God showed me he's real through signs, through signs. So he's shown me so many signs that he's real. I can't deny it. So while I'm thinking of that, I just want to pray for my cousin. Just send him a prayer, please. Anyone who listens to this podcast, he's facing some time. If everyone could just give me a moment of silence for him. And I pray for everything else, man. I pray for everyone. Everyone's struggling. Pray for, you know, pray for it all. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Name Dropper Podcast. Signing out. Have a good one. Just listen. Run around since like I was a kid. I didn't know.